Hey friends, how's it going? It's Monday. Anyway, we're waiting for, turn this off. We're waiting for the ice to dry on the deck, so I thought I would jump in here and get some work done finishing up the router table. What I just ripped is the secondary fence, the sliding fence that attaches to the main fence. So that's where it's at. It's you just saw me run this piece of Baltic birch through, and it's kind of the advantage of having everything at the same height as much as you can make it in your shop really comes into play. Even the router table is the same relative height of the bench and the table saw. Everything was based off of this table saw. So, you know, you can see even the radial arm back behind that cabinet, the chop box panning on over to the workbench, the messy workbench. All of that's the same height for good reason. How's everybody doing this morning? Probably by the time you see this, it won't be morning. I'm feeling pretty good this morning. This has a big bow in it, but I think I can cut it out. Might have to rip two pieces to cut it out. It's straight to about here. Anyway, working on that. I'm gonna get some stuff set up to go ahead and put the slots in the secondary fence, and I will catch up with you. Remember to be kind. Just, you know, I think having a good attitude, having a positive attitude, you know, in the beginning is, you know, it could be enough, because that snowballs with other people. That gets infectious. But anyway, enough of the ramble bramble. I am going to get set up with the new router table to cut some slots for the secondary fence, and I'll get back to you. Take it easy. Piece. If I take it off of the ends, I've got too much of an extreme kind of thing, and I really need this to be flat straight across. Even though I know that I know that it'll draw it in. I just want to try to be more accurate than what that bend in the plywood looks like. So what I'll do, that's broken. What I'll do is find a pencil somewhere. I got 100 pencils in here and can't find one. Should be one right there, but that's a New Year's resolution. Put everything back in the pouch. That's been a career-long struggle. Put it somewhere else in here? No, we have a pencil here. So, I know with a straight edge when I built this that all of this is flat, straight across. So I'm touching right here, and I'm touching pretty well in here, all across the saw. So it looks like I've got, probably I do have 30 inches worth of flat. Just a touch. Now we can go there. So, and don't forget, when you're using machinery, hearing protection and eye protection, it's a necessity. Okay. I still have a slight bow there, but that will definitely draw down with those guys, with the screws. So that's better than if I had started from the end. So I shall rip another piece. And that thing is balanced too, but it's still, sorry for the vibration in the old saw there, or the camera. My board. It's always something. And you know, it's important when you buy plywood, if you've got a project, it's not so critical if you're doing a subfloor or something. It looks like I've got straight to right about here, so I can take this off again. You know, unless you're into the bunks of plywood category, if you have 10 or so or less, or 20, it just depends, and you're doing cabinets, it would behoove you to select your plywood and check it for bowage, because flat in making cabinets is just less of a fight. I'll run into my pencil at some point. All right. I got two. So we're headed over to the joiner. And a lot of people think that a joiner is not a necessary piece of machinery. Oh, that's pretty darn flat. In the shop. And you can get by without one. You definitely have to be a lot more choosy with your lumber selection, because if you don't have a joiner, you really can't do the things you can do. You can, not saying you shouldn't be less choosy, but I can square edges with this before it goes into the table saw. I can flatten boards before they go into the planer. So it's advantageous in buying S3S lumber and dressing that down to S4S, surface 3 sides, surface 4 sides. So anyway, this is just squaring both edges. That's important, especially when you're joining boards. lengths are good. So we have two identical boards and within a 30-second. And for cabinetry, that's about what you want. So let me get set up on the router table and I'll bring you guys in. Okay, well, this is kind of the beauty of design build. You know, I've really made a point of this project to take my time and make it to where I have a tendency, make it to where things don't get spread out. So my thought right off the bat, I got to do something with that pin. So scrap plywood, like I said, cut it down. The shop brad nailer. So there we are. Got a spot for my pin and my wrench. It doesn't go to this router. But you get the idea. I made another one for this end, and it's already sitting in here. So we'll pop him. So that's one of the benefits of saving scrap. You kind of have to come up with your own parameters for saving scrap, because you can end up looking like Fred Sanford's scrapyard of used bits of wood. So anyway, that's that, and now that pin theoretically isn't going to go anywhere. All right, I'm going to get set up to run these slots, and I'll get back. Oh, hey everybody. The router table project, yes indeed. Almost finished. I've got some good footage today. It's lunchtime. Ate my lunch. I'm dorking around on the drums, and I'm gonna head over to my job and check on it. It's been an odd day. We're expecting some rain this afternoon, and there was ice on the deck this afternoon. I'll go find something to do. But anywho, on the drums we're working on the old John Bonham triplet. I can't play them fast yet, but it goes, it's a triplet, triplet, triplet. It's I guess it's a 9-note sequence, and it's one hit on the snare, one hit on the floor tom, and one hit on the bass drum as a triplet. Then you move to the rack tom and do the same thing. And then all on the floor tom. So when you put it all together, it goes. So the idea is to get really good at that and practice it slow and even, and to where you can play it like the Madman Bonzo played it, which is pretty awesome. So that's what we're working for on that. So I will check in with the Bonham triplets. Yeah, John Bonham. Yes. So, but as far as speed goes, I'm about, let's see how far I am. And also you subdivide it, so you're playing constant quarter notes on your bass drum, but you're playing
the triplets in succession faster, but still in time, if that makes sense. And so far, that's about as fast as I can get. So, more on that. But anyway, we're really excited. I'm really excited to get this router table up and rocking, because there's going to be some good footage come from it with both cabinetry and axe handles. It's going to be a time saver. My machinist is coming Friday to make an extension shaft on my knife grinder. It's where I'll be able to put one of my pneumatic drums on it as well. So it's going to be a good week. We're getting really super close on the deck. So y'all stay safe, be kind, get along, behave yourselves, and I'll talk to you. Uh-oh, the drum key bounced off and went into the never land of drum keys. There it is, I actually found it. That's a good sign. But yeah, take care of yourselves, and thank you. Thank you guys and gals so much for hanging out. And we'll catch you on the next one.